Right, welcome back to Tomb Raider 2013. Well, now if you remember that we were in a sort of a good position to come across some nasty pieces of trouble to come along to deal with, as well as I end up doing some spending with some salvage, if you can remember last time, before we got to a bit that you're going to see in a minute, but not that bit on the left hand side of my screen that's just popped up there. And it was pretty good going, to be honest, to spend some salvage on some good bits of weapons. And we did see Whitman, in Lara's friendship and her own friends, that he died. Whitman died with some strong people, to be honest, which was Lara saying the Storm Guard. Don't know precisely what she means by Storm Guard, but it's more like to say that there's like a gang of them, or people that runs the company of the place of the that we've got to get to stop them from taking over the country, or take over the island, shall we say, because we are in an island. So the Storm Guard are interested in taking over the island, and we've got to stop them. As well as Whitman tried to have a good old conversation with them, but they wouldn't have it, because obviously he wasn't speaking the right language to them, or he would just ain't got the right thing to say to them, just absolutely pissed them off, and they've always said, back off, I'll fucking kill you. And so Whitman died, as well as we did have Matthias and Sam there as well. And Sam escaped, as well as Matthias, but Matthias has got Sam. So we've got to free her from Matthias, and other things to go with. So we have stopped right over here, if you can remember, where we had a lot of rats around here that would have ran straight over here somewhere, as well as we did have one door with a good couple of Storm Guard people as well. There are 3 of them, and I was using my shotgun with this thing, and I was blowing them up with the flame shotgun shells to blow them up, and I did do that a couple of times on them. And also when we was meeting a couple more, we went up some steps as well, and some of the Storm Guards were using a round twisty thing and ran it against a bell. We had that before, didn't we? And we just had to get Alara to just walk very slowly up to some steps and keep her head down. About when I said about if you was to get your shotgun or your bow out, loads of the Storm Guard people that's around the place would have killed you. So I didn't do that. I was explaining it to you, but also what I should have done was when I did get to a part of it, and I did hold the weapon out, or any weapon like this, you would have got hurt, so you would have been fine. So I should have said that in the first place, but sorry. Okay, right, so we are over it, and we have got some skills and some salvage. So we'll start with the salvage. As you can see, a number on the left hand side of the screen, on the left side top bit of that, we'll say 4,290 over there, and also in the middle of the screen you'll find a number which is 30% for the bow. Now you'll find the bow shape at the bottom of the screen in the middle, with a line or two lines, one below the bow and one above the bow, which is saying what you're on, as in you're pointing at your bow to do whatever you want to do with it, even though it is up to 3 out of 10 complete. And also we have got the shotgun, which is up to 67%, because I've done a couple of upgrades on that previously. And you've got 9 to choose out of if you want. With the rifle, there's 11 of those upgrades you can use whenever you feel like it. Also, it is up to 73% because I've used a couple, which involves 8 of them. And with the pistol, there is only 10 upgrades you can use, and also it is up to 60%, with 6 out of 10 I've used so far. And also I'm going to go through them again here in a few minutes. But also with the axe, that's up to 100%, as you can see, because you only had to do 1 upgrade on that, which you would have done previously from the very start of the game when you start to play it yourself or whatever. But yeah, you'll only allow yourself to spend just a little bit of salvage, not a lot, to get yourself 100% with the bow we're going to start with. And I have done one of these, if you remember, that I only upgraded it just once on my last recording, which was to do with the bombs, which is this thing. And I paid for that last time. But also, what I'm going to do is go through them. So if you look at the bottom of the screen in the middle, that you'll find a line above and below the shape of the bomb that I'm on, because what I'm going to do is shove it towards the left side to the very first one that you'll find that will have a tick on it that is for free. You'd have to pay no salvage whatsoever for that, because you would have grabbed hold of that bow with a bit of string when you have reached a certain point in the game. If you grab the string, and you can use that whenever you feel like you want to use it, especially for pulling people down ledges or somewhere. So you could possibly do that if you wish. Also, you have got the flames now, which is one of those things you can grab hold of for free, so you don't have to pay no salvage for that. Alright, but also the second one, which is more flames, to be a bit more powerful, to burn people, to actually possibly kill them even easier maybe. But that is on the right hand side for you to see that there is 350 for that. So if you want more flames to burn people with, if you got 350 salvage, then that's pretty good. As you can see on the left hand side of the name of the bow, that it says 4,290. and I could pay for that if I want, but I'm not sure if I want to, because I have paid a fair few last recording I did, if you remember. Also, with this one, that one was 650 for you to use if you really want to. So you've got a choice between that if you wish. But I am not going to do any more spending on the boat, because I'm quite happy with what I've got. But also with the next one along, which I'm on, which is worth 250 salvage, which allows the arrows to be a bit more effective, or another saying that the arrows will be a bit more sharper, even though it might be a bit blunt, as in it might not even feel like hurting no one. So if you want the arrows to be a bit more sharper to hurt people, pay for 250. But also when you do pay for that, this one will be unlocked for you to pay 250 as well, for the arrows to be a bit more sharper, even a lot more sharper than they should be. But also when you do pay for that one as well, this one will come active, and you can pay for 300 salvage for this one when you pay for the other two, whenever you feel like it. So your arrows will be a lot more sharper. But also I think you can get more arrows as well when you're doing that. But we'll see. So I might be tempted to spending some salvage for the first set next time. Okay, so that's what that's worth. Next of all is this one. Now, what this is to do with is to do with the important bit where you can charge your bow to possibly hurt two people at once. Possibly. How it works. Even though it is 650 salvage. 650, you heard correct. So it's a bit freaking risky to pay for that if you want. But I don't think it's a good idea for me to use anyway. Anyway, so that's what that's worth. This one is 200 salvage. Now what this will do is when you're pushing your R2 button in just once, and when you keep pushing it in, out, in, out, in and out, in and out several load times, and you haven't paid for 250, you're going to get ping, 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 like that, when you're doing the R2 in and out, in and out. Also, when you do pay for this one, and you do push the R2 in and out, in and out, in and out, you get ping, 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 ping. Even faster, for the arrows to keep firing out of the arrow with the string that Lara's pulling. Because you can see there's a string that's right underneath the bow. Like I say, when you're pushing the R2 in and out, Lara's pulling that string and letting go of the string with her hand. And so, when you do pay for this one will come active for you to pay for, which is 250. And also same again, when you do pay for this one, you're going to get the string with a Lara to pull and let go when you're pushing the R2 in and out, in and out. You get ping, 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 ping. As freaking fast as the arrows can fire straight out when Lara's letting go of that string. Alright, so that's that one. We're into the shotgun now. Right, also we have got 6 of those that has been paid for. And also, none of these were for free. So, you'll have to understand what is worth what, and we will see what you might feel like paying for and whatever you want. So, the first of all, the shotgun that has got one of the things on there at the moment, which is to do with a way of shooting people. And what I mean by that is that if you got someone that's 20 centimeters away from you, especially when you're standing still and you're pushing the R2 button in, you're not really going to hit them very well. You're barely going to miss them. But if they're about 15 or 12 centimeters away from you, you got some chance of shooting them. Just a bit, not a lot. But if you're still standing beside them about 5 or 8 centimeters, you got a chance of killing them. But also, with the reason for this is that you can use the R1 button for you to reach people that is 20 centimeters away from you, and you could hurt them. So this is what this thing can do. So you can get a better chance of reaching someone that is a couple of fair few centimeters away from you, and you can just hurt them, basically. But that is for 400 salvage for that, for you to do that, if you really want to. Alright, next of all, which is the shotgun shells to blow people up with. So you got 5 shotgun shells to blow people up, and also that is for 400 salvage as well. If you really want to use some shotgun shells to blow people up with some fire shotgun shells, that's alright with you, if you fancy it. Also, this one has been paid for, which is what I've done last time. And also that was for 325 salvage for that. For the shotgun bullets, to do a fair bit of damage to hurt people with. Because that was the other reason why I paid for that last recording I did. But also I did pay for this one as well. So I paid both of them for the bullets to be a bit more powerful to kill people with, because you're probably going to need it. And also that was for 325 salvage as well. So it's best to do that if you want. But I'll explain to you in a little while why I've done that. And also this has been paid for previously, which is for the shotgun to do some good sound effects. And what I mean by that is when you're pushing the R1 button, sorry, thinking about the wrong weapon then. Right, so when you're pushing the R2 button in and you haven't paid for this, you're going to get bang every time when you're pushing that R2 in and out. But also, when you do pay for it, you're going to get bang every time. You get to be a lot more flicking louder to flicking hurt people a lot. But that is 300 salvage for you to pay for that, if you really wish. Also, next one along, which is for 300 salvage as well, right there on the right hand side of the screen for you to see. As well as what this will do, we'll have a little twisty thing underneath the gun you can see there, which is basically for to hold the gun a bit more steady, as well as when you're pushing the R2 button in and you're shooting at somewhere, like if you try to shoot someone in the head and you haven't paid for this and you're pushing the R2 button in, the gun might fire up above someone's head. And so you might want to pay for this to get the gun to stay a bit more steady for you to chance to kill them in the head. If you're deciding to shoot them in the head. If you want to shoot them in the leg or somewhere. Let's say if you're just going to go for the leg, for example, and you're firing it, and the gun might fire towards the hip or right between the arms and the legs, and it doesn't hit them very well. So you might want to pay for that to get a bit more chance of hurting them a lot more easier than keep missing all the time. Also, when you do pay for this for 350, sorry. So once you pay for this one for 300 salvage, you can be able to pay for this one, which will be for 300 salvage as well, which has got some string underneath the shotgun as well, for you to get more Lara to hold the gun a bit more better and shoot them a bit more accurate without the, like I said before, without the gun shaking too far up above somewhere or below someone or wherever you're trying to shoot at. So you've got a better chance of doing that. To have a bit more chance of getting the gun to stay a bit more steady for you to shoot people wherever you want. Next of all, this is to do with reload speed, and what I mean by that is that your colour of your guidances, or shall we say, that I will come up to show you. So when you're holding the when you're pushing the L2 button in, like I have now, on the right hand side of the screen there, you'll find a number that is going to be saying 17 on there. Right, and also below the number 17, and as well as right above the flame symbol that is right below the number 17, there's a white patch over there. Now, when you're firing that gun, the white patch will take some of that white patch off. And what I mean by that is that when you're firing it, the white patch, because you've got 6 bullets at the minute that I can use, and when I'm firing it, and I've fired 4 shotgun shells, 4 of the white patches will come off and they will turn grey. And now when you're paying for that reload speed, the white patch will go up a bit more quicker. And you think, oh, I've got one white patch left with a couple of the patches that's gone grey, and you've got about 3 people with their shotgun, and your bullets are not going in quick enough to load that white patch to go back up to the number of how many bullets you're going to fire, even though I've got 17 in there, which doesn't mean how many bullets I'm firing. It's just saying how many bullets you've got to use whenever you want. Alright, so that is what that will do. That reload there. Oh. So when you've done that one, you can have this one to be paid for, which is for 400 salvage. Now what this will do is going to extend your white patch into your gun. So instead of having 6 bullets to fire, you can fire 18 shotgun shells. How about that? 18 shotgun shells. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to fucking do that right now. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so that's for 400 for your bullets to be fired with the other 6 you've got. And I'm hoping that I'm right, because I probably am right. Right, also you have got the rifle that I have paid for a couple of these previously, or my last recording, shall we say. I think it was only one of those I did pay for. And also, first of all, the one on the left hand side, which is to do with a bomb, which is a grenade launcher that was for free, that you could use, and you can only fire 3 of those. Only 3. Alright, but they're for free. But also, this is another set of bombs as well, I did pay for these last time, and they were 500 salvage for that. And you'll find the specific reason why I've done that very, very soon. As well as we are going to now go along towards the next one, which is been paid for. And also, when I said about the reload speed, but this is a little bit different. Now what this does is give you some more bullets for your rifle. Now what this will do is allow you to carry 15 more bullets into your gun. And what I mean by that is the white patch again, what I mentioned with the shotgun. Now when you pay for this, which is for 225 salvage, you will be able to have your white patch to go even further around the number in the middle that you've got. Alright, so that is what that's going to do. Alright, also I have paid for something else last time for the rifle, which was this one. I paid for some more bullets to be a bit more powerful to shoot people with, and I did that last time. That was for give us a second, here we are. It was for 350 salvage for that, and that is how much that was worth, which is for the bullets to be a bit more powerful to hurt people twice as much as then you can do that with that. So that's that. But also, if you want some more bullets to be a bit more powerful, they are going to cost you 400 salvage for the bullets to be a bit more powerful to hurt people with. Alright, so that's what that's for. Next of all, which has been paid for, which is for the gun to be a bit more steady. Because if you haven't paid for the salvage and you're pushing the R2 button in and you're keeping that button pushed in and you're trying to shoot at someone's chest and they've got a load of armour on them and the gun's just shaking all over the flicking place, all over the place, while you're trying and keep the gun to stay really accurate to shoot at the chest, because if you're pushing that button in, the gun might fire towards the left side of someone's hips, or either it might just shake just above the chin, or if you're trying to go for the head and it's shooting too far up above the head and not even flicking out on them. So you might want to pay for that for 300 salvage to allow you to get more chance of keeping the gun to stay still if you want. But it's probably the best idea for you to do, because this is what this is going to do as well. But also what it's going to do is allows you to help your accuracy to be a bit more spot on. And also that would have been locked, but if you did pay for the first one, which is this one again, for the gun to be a bit more steady, so once you paid this one, this will be able to be paid for, which is for 350, like I said, for the accuracy to be spot on, as well as having the bit of the other one to keep the gun be a bit more steady for you to just keep shooting at them and just have a bit more fun with it, basically. Also, this is reload speed now, which is for the bullets to go back into the gun. So like I said with the shotgun before, that the bullets will go straight into your gun a lot more quicker. So the white patch will zoom straight back up to the top where it is. Unless you've put the other one, which is this one here, for the 15 more bullets to go into your gun. Alright. Because you're probably looking at 45 bullets to start off with to fire in your gun, which I'm confirming to the white patch. So if you have 45 bullets and you want 60 bullets to fire out the gun, then you might want to pay for that to use some more bullets than a certain amount of bullets you can use. With the number, it will say how many bullets you've got completely to use whenever you feel like using it. Also, which is this one, that is worth 250 salvage. And what this confirms to, which is to do with wasting a fair few bullets. Now, what I mean by that is that if you haven't paid for this one, is that when you're pushing the R2 button in and you're keeping that button pushed in and you're just getting that, and you're just getting that when you're pushing that R2 button in when you haven't paid for this. But if you had paid for it and you're pushing that R2 button in and you're keeping it in, you're just getting that constantly. But also there's another way of being steady with that when you pay for this. Is what you can do is just push the R2 button in and out, in and out, in and out. Just a fair few times and you won't waste as much. Because I have done that. Kept pushing that R2 in and out, in and out on my last recording when I had a load of criminals to deal with. And so it's probably the best idea to do that, to be honest. Keep pushing the R2 in and out without wasting a load of them. But also next of all, which is for 250 salvage, which has got a little scope on top of the gun, allowed to be a bit more accurate with you using the R3 nozzle to use to zoom in and out, in and out, in and out. It's the same sort of thing with your camera that you're using to see which directions you're moving towards and away from and everything else. So you can choose that if you want. But also now, this is for a specific freaking high number. But also what this will do is allow you to have a scope. But this is a different kind of scope. Now what this does is allows you to use your right D-pad button. Now, when you push that right D-pad button just once, you'll have that on, and also you can turn it off as well by pushing the right D-pad once again. And when you haven't got your scope on, you'll get the gun to go bang, 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 bang. Like that. But also when you have paid for this and you've got the scope on, you'll just get bang, 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 bang. And you'll get the bullets to just be a bit more quiet all the time. But the trouble is, it's 500 salvage. It's 500, you heard correct. So it's a bit freaking risky to pay for that. But it's up to you. If you've got enough salvage, then that's pretty much alright for you to do. Right, now we are moving on to the pistol, which has got a couple of things been paid for. And also I have been paying for a specific thing, I think. Let me just double check this correctly. And the answer is I have only paid for one of them. Okay, so now I know what we paid for. Okay, so we have got the first one on the left hand side there, which is to do with the bullets to be fired. What I mean by that is that you can use 3 bullets, and what I mean by that is that it can allow you to push the R1 button, and when you're pushing the R1 button in, you're gonna get that all in one. So 3 bullets are just gonna come out and just hurt people, basically. But the trouble is, if you got 8 bullets to start off with your gun, which is what you'll start off with, and you have paid for the 3 bullets to come out, which is worth 450 salvage for that. So if you've got 8 bullets and you push the R1 with paying 450 for that, and you just push that once with the R1 and you're just doing, you're going to end up with only 5 bullets left. But also if you do it 2 times with pushing that R1 button 2 times, you're going to have 2 bullets left. So it's a bit risky to pay for this one straight away, because the next thing is that you might want to pay for this one first, because what this will do will give you some more bullets than just 8 bullets, because what it will do is give you 10 more, so you can fire 18 bullets with the 3 bullets that you can fire at once with this one I just mentioned about. Okay, because that is only worth 200 salvage, so it's pretty good going for to do that if you really wish. But also you can grab a load more as well. You can grab an extra 12, so you've got a very nice chance of using 30 bullets with the very first one to fire 3 bullets at once. So you can just use the R1 button a fair lot of times with 3 bullets to fire, with 30 bullets you can use at a time if you want. But also you'll be glad to know that this one is for 250 as well, so you are in pretty good hands of doing that. And also when you're doing paying for these 2, the white patch that I showed you with the other gun, it goes round and around to show you there's a lot more bullets to use. Okay, so it's probably best to do those ones, and then you've got a good chance. Next one along, which is for 200 salvage, which allows the bullets to hurt people a lot more. Once again, when you do pay for this one for 200, this one will come unlocked for 250 salvage as well, for the bullets to be a lot more powerful to hurt people with. Also, once you have paid for this one as well, this one will be unlocked as well. But this is for 400 salvage, I'm afraid. So the butts will be a hell of a lot more powerful to hurt people with. Alright. Next of all, which is reload speed, which is for the time for the bullets to go back into the gun for you to use. As well as what I said about the white patch. The white patch will speed up, so go back round to be filled up to use up to how many bullets you can use in total. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's 30. Also, this is worth 325 salvage there. Next of all has been paid for, which is the previous one I did in my last recording, which was worth 300 salvage. And what this will do is allow you to, instead of having bang, 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 you can get bang, 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 or just bang when you're just pushing the R2 button in. And that is for 300 salvage as well. Alright, so if you want a lot more bang, 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 then go ahead. This one's also been paid for, which is to do with Laura's grip for her to hold the gun. A bit more better when she's firing it. Alright, but that is for 300 salvage as well. Okay, so if you want some more grip and get the gun to be a bit more spot on, then go ahead. And also, once again, this one's got a scope on it, which is same again for the pistol, as well as the rifle I said about. Instead of having the gun go bang, 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 or just bang every time, and you can pay for 350 for this, to have the gun to just go bang, bang, instead of just completely bang, if you want. But that is for oops, sorry. This is for 350 salvage if you want it, but I'm going to keep that off because I like a lot of bang. So yeah, there's your options, and we've got some company to deal with. Also, you've got some skill points there if you want to use them, but I think I'm going to probably go for one as well, to be honest, which is to do with earning more extra ammo, which is basically allows you to grab a lot more bullets and arrows, especially if you're quite low on a certain number and you think, oh, you can reach up to 75 bullets for the pistol. I want more than that, because at the minute with the rifle I only can fire 120 bullets. But also you got another set here if you want. But also maybe I will do that actually. Hang on. Right. So what we are going to do is go to one of these 4 things right here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Now, this is, each one of these 4 are stunts. And what I mean by stunts is when you have gone for this one, which will say dodge counter. So when you pay for this one, or select it from your skills you've got, as you can see I've got number 7 there, and when you do one of these 4 and you've done that dodge counter, you can push your B and circle, B or circle, and the way that works is when you get someone to come towards you and try and whack you with their axe or something, you can push the circle or B, whichever console you're using, and you can get Lara to push him over or kick him over or something. And then you can push the triangle or Y button to do a good old stun. Because I have used the shotgun stunt kill, which is, like I said, with each one of those two buttons, whichever console you're using, and you select your D-pad button to whichever weapon, which I'm going to have to use the left D-pad and wait for the wait for the circle and the triangle to pop up to get Lara to kick him down and shoot someone in the head with the shotgun. And also I'm going to do the same thing with the rifle now. And so you'll find Lara shooting a lot of people to death when I decide to use the right D-pad button. But also I'm going to leave these two because I prefer the other two, and you'll find out why in a little while. But also I'm probably going to grab one of these, which is ammo capacity, which allows you to grab a lot more bullets for you to carry. Okay, so the first one here allows you to grab a lot more of each one of those. Right, what I mean by that is that if you haven't picked this one first, you're going to have 50 bullets for the pistol. You get 90 rifle bullets to use. You'll have 20 arrows to use. And with the shotgun, you'll have 20. But when you've selected this one, you can have 25 shotgun shells. You can have 30 bow and arrows. With the rifle, you can have 120. And with a pistol, you can have 75 bullets. Also, you can grab a lot more if you want, which is what I'm going to do. Which should allow you to have 100 bullets for the pistol, 150 for the rifle, 30 bullets for the shotgun, 40 for the bow, I think. But we'll find out in a little while. But I'm pretty sure. And so that is what I'm going to do before we move on. And when we get a bit more further to another camp or somewhere, I'll explain the rest of the skills in a little while when we get to a certain point. Right, so I'll you get a weapon out and possibly try and get your gun to be loaded up. Oh, push the wrong button. Right, I'm going to get the bombs out. How many bombs have I got? Oh, 0. Yeah. Well, I'll stick to the pistol or rifle for the time being. Right, so first of all, we're going to have to rip this door open by tapping the square X and keep tapping it for Lara to rip it open. And the wind is blowing. Hammer Forest is over there on that bridge with Sam, and also the 100 XP on the left hand side of the screen there. Right, L3 up and turn it towards the left so you can walk over it. And Reyes is talking on the microphone. And also he did leave Jonah and Reyes, so we might be seeing them soon. And also Reyes saying bastards. Trust me, they could be bastards, alright. Trust me. Here we go then. Right. So, let Lara slide down with L3 up. Alright. Also you can find some bit of mess and something off. Something odd. Also some shotgun shells and green boxes, which you might want to grab hold of for a start. There's 5. on the right side there. And also I'm up to 114 for the rifle. Also I'm going to grab a load more. There's 11 there. And another 12, which has gone up. Shotgun shells again. There's another 5. Looks like I'm up to 27 in a minute. Right. Also, the wind's blowing. And while I was trying to cover her face, to stop the wind blowing in her face. Right. Also, this is where this starts to break. And now, this is where trouble begins. These are storm guards, these things, and they're tough as fuck. Especially that fucking bastard. That is a fucking strong fucking arsehole to deal with. Right, okay, we won't be fighting in for a little while. Yeah, you bastards. Right, okay. We're going to get the shotgun shells, and as you can see, the right patch on the right hand side there, with 27, that's the bullets has gone up from when I used the I'll figure it out. Right, also you want to be careful, and also there's a stunt there. There's another one. That's what I said about the B or circle. I'm going to do it again. Right. Oh, ouch. Also, I'm going to push triangle now with a... There you go. There's the stun. Kill. Also, I'm going to take the punishment from there and grab some of that from that guy. Waiting for the circle B to turn up. And then the triangle Y would pop up. We'll try again. Y. Oh, yeah. Right. Press B or circle now. And then triangle or Y. I'll do it again. Wait. Do it again. You get the shotgun out this time. It's like I'm shooting that to fucking death. How about that? Oh, he's going to flick ass for it. But like I say, they're all fucking tough as fuck, these things.